All right, guys, pretty early morning, Monday, July 24th, 2023. Getting my day started here. So, I got my cousin's 55 in here. And I got, of course, my 55 in here. So today's project is going to be working on the body on my wife's four-door 55. I'm going to go ahead and take off the two front fenders and the right front door that I had put back on for mock-up and put them in my shed to get them out of the way and out of the weather. And then the back half of the car, I need to get my cut brush after it on the buffer and then go in with a whole bunch of sandpaper and get that metal cleaned up really nice, and kind of need to assess the body work on it because I'm not sure where I stopped on it. It's been a while. Anyway, look it over real good, and if it needs just a little stuff of bodywork finished, I'm going to go ahead and put filler on and block that out. I'd like to get that car primered this afternoon, so whether it's, you know, completely done or not, I need to primer it either way. So that's what I plan on doing, because at that point it'll be a little bit more resistant to moisture than just being bare metal and bare plastic body filler, because I need to move it out here in my fenced area and put the 3-layer waterproof cover back on it. It will no longer be under the carport. The remainder of the time it'll be with Steve's car here. So I want to be able to back my car out and have area to work in here during the day on Steve's car, and then every night I'll have to put my 55 back in here. So just kind of the way it works, I guess, when you just got a small space like I do, but I always get it done. So I'm going to get after it. Well, I drug my engine hoist out and I've basically lifted the body up from the chassis. It was pretty much just sitting on here anyway, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big sheet of visqueen sheet plastic here and I'm going to get it started up underneath the car back to as far as I can get it and bunch it up to where it has some going over the whole front of the chassis. Then I'm going to let this down and I'm going to go back there and hoist up the rear of the body and then pull the plastic through and then set the body back down on the plastic. So what I'm doing is sandwiching the plastic in between the body and the chassis, and what that's going to do is the plastic will be out past everything and keep me from getting overspray on the chassis. But it'll also keep the primer off the driveway. Not that the driveway's in that great a shape anyway, it just, you know, I don't want that yellow outline of the car on the driveway. But it's been quite a mess. I had a lot of body filler that I hadn't sanded yet. I've still got a lot more that hasn't been sanded, and it's already late in the afternoon and I need to get it primered today. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it down, blow it off, wipe it down, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot it. And when I get back to the body work, I'll just have to, you know, go back and reprime those areas anyway. It's not that big a deal, but I'm having trouble getting to the firewall up here because the engine and stuff's in it. I should have pulled that out, but I don't have anywhere to put it now because I've got two cars in the way and there's really nowhere else to put that stuff. So I'm gonna stack up some blocks up here when I go to set the body down, so the body will be raised up off the chassis, kind of like a body lift. I got out some of these things. I have these, but it's not going to be high enough, so I'm going to have to use some blocks of wood under there because I do want it pretty high up so I can get good coverage on the toe board down here. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to take it up a lot further and to get the in there to clean that metal up first. So I mean, I'm still probably an hour and a half or 2 hours from spraying, and I'd say it's probably 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. So I don't even know if I can get this done in a day. It is primered, mostly. So, so that is a full gallon of rust defender on there. And the firewall's a little difficult because the engine and the frame and everything was in my way. So I turned the fan way down where it was pretty much just spraying out like a garden hose, and was holding the gun back kind of far, trying to shoot around the body mounts and all up underneath the toe boards and everything, and it kind of ran it. But it's all right. That stuff sands easy. It'll sand out. But so I didn't shoot the rockers or anything on either side until I got 2 full coats on the top, and then I come around on the final and got 1 coat on, but I run out. So I got 1 coat on the rockers, and it's really not enough, but yeah, I got to go back and sand it anyway. But the majority of the car is primered. I am really happy with this quarter panel, the roof, the dash, the firewall, other than a few runs in the firewall. The tail pan and everything turned out pretty good. The only thing that did not turn out good is the driver's side quarter panel, because I didn't have time to get all of it sanded. I've still got body filler slime down here that didn't even get sanded, and then up here where my gas door is, I was blocking it all together. So this quarter still needs a little work, but about, I would say 3/4 of it, besides the gas door area, is really good. The car should be pretty straight. I'm pretty happy with it, man. That rust defender, it'll straighten it out too. I've been using that stuff since the 90s. I absolutely love it. Anyway, it's primered. That's a pretty good load off my mind too, because this thing, you know, being bare metal and bare plastic, it was, you know, it makes you nervous when it's sitting outside all the time. Even though there's a cover on it, it's still not enough, you know. But it took all day to get the metal cleaned up on it. It's done now. I mean, you know, for now. And then now I can get to Steve's car tomorrow, but I am done for tonight. So I'll be starting on this thing tomorrow. Thanks for watching.